All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have for you a 4v4 on Napoleon Total War 3. It's a mod, by the way. Very fun mod. It's been a while since I've been able to kind of do a replay and kind of cast anything. Life's been busy and back fully at work, and the gal is gone at the moment, so she can't make fun of me for doing a video. So here I am. Today for you, I've got a 4v4. Myself as the Polish. We've got Ares as Juno. Not Juno. Yeah, Juno as his corps of Westphalians. We've got Daddy Friday as Udino with his second corps. And we've got Congie with Michel Ney over here with his third corps, and we are playing against Drewsko, Travis S, Milk and Butter, and Mattbob. So this is on the map Borodino, historical map, and we are playing with the historical corps. So this is the 1812 corps for at that time, and they have the Russian corps. And so over here we've got the Poles. Obviously have a ton of cav. Not as many items, not as many Lancers as you would think. Most of the Lancers are with Murat's corps. We've got Udino with a fairly large corps of infantry. Friday is definitely bringing the most infantry for us. Then we've got over here, we've got Juno with his Westphalians. Fairly large corps of infantry. Pretty standard. Smaller corps of infantry. Cav, but we do have some God Chevaliers. And some Bergen Ulanen. We got some really cool. These guys look dull. Look at these Jaeger Carabiners. Hesburg. Oh, the dogs are on the floor. Was it a 4-pounder or 6-pounder? 3-pounder. Some Fusilier God. These guys look dope. Look at their pretty little feathers. These guys are dope. And I know we've got some Jaeger Guard down here. They're pretty cool. They look pretty awesome. Uniforms back in Napoleon are sweet. Hussars. And over here we have the Brave of the Brave, or Bravest of the Brave, Michel Ney. He has a decent little Chevaliers. With Westphalians actually is kind of cool. Some more Württembergers, I think, or these are, Württembergers, and we got some Melkenberg Voltigiers, and Kagi over here has these are Portuguese, cool. Oh snap, where'd they go? I remember over there. But we got a very diverse army led by Congie. These guys look dope. All right. So we're going to play on this Borodino map. You got the Borodino, the town down here. You got Utiza over here. Right here is the redoubt. Or maybe it's that one. I'm pretty sure it's this redoubt area is the famous redoubt. Or it could have been this one, I don't know. That was so famous during the battle where just tons and tons of guys were killed. And Murat's divisions of... what are they called? Gosh, dang, I haven't played this game in a while, so now I've already dang forgot. The heavy cav. It'll come to me in a little bit. Cuirassiers. Whole divisions of Cuirassiers were pretty much lost on the redoubt. And we got a redoubt here. Obviously, they have deployed some guerrilla guys, because they've got the red. They probably have some mines. But the plan is, Ares is going to push forward. I'm going to support him, kind of come through here. Historically, this is the forest where the Poles pushed through, famously, and defeated the Prussians out of it. And Borodino, I don't remember what general. It was not Ney on the left, but Barclay de Tolly's Russians of Jaegers were actually in the town, and they got pushed out by some French troops early on in the war. In the battle, I mean. So we're going to fast forward, and Friday is going to push this way. At this moment, I thought I was talking to these guys, and we were sitting here chatting for like 20 minutes, and I just thought they weren't listening to me because we were discussing strategy, and I thought best if Congie just actually came over a little bit. But apparently I didn't have my mic down, so the whole time I was talking, nobody was talking back, and I thought they were ignoring me until the game started. Then I was like, oh darn. But beautiful uniforms with the poles here. They look good. They look really good. Alright, so long deployment phase. Yeah, been busy. Been playing a little American Civil War mod for Napoleon 2 as well. So that's been fun. Kind of gonna probably try to put up some videos of that mod as well. Playing the hardcore version. Ah, here. See, he has cuirassiers. Look at that. Look at that. He's got some. It's kind of odd for most typically for these core battles, the French don't really get heavy cav in their normal cores except for Marats. So it's actually interesting to see them. And I hear is well, I think when I start talking again. So instead of pushing through here, Friday is going to come in this way and push through the trees here. But we'll see. All right, still very long. Should have been like fast forwarding the whole dang time. But this one's kind of fast paced. We're kind of Congie has already got his 6-pounders ready and to rock and roll, and the game has started. And boom, we've already have our first contact. I love how the Russians, it's the patriotic war. Every war the Russians fight is patriotic, apparently. There we go, a little more lag there. We'll kind of slow it down. So we do have Russia starting here. We got another Russian here. We've got Mikhail Kutuzov. We've got Tolstoy, Alexander Tolstoy, Nikolai Tuchkov. And we got another one. He's over here. And we got Alexander Tumazov. So they have a pretty good front up. These guys are actually, I thought I figured this guy would be able to spawn further back. But steel armor spawn pretty back, but that's apparently not the case. But Russia, as always, can bring a lot of heavy artillery. Look at these big, long barrels. Yeah, they like long stuff in Russia. Already exploding down. So we'll slow it down. Here we go. Boom. Good shots. Hit anything? What are they even shooting at? But already the Russians have taken advantage of Borodino. And over here we do have some Kazaki pushing forward. I'm pushing forward my cav. My infantry is going to take a little time, and Udino under Friday will take a little while. But Congie's artillery is in pretty good shape right now. Looks like he's got some Sapiers to deploy stakes. But at the moment, Congie is kind of cut off from us. And he's got 1, 2, 3 cores possibly going against him. So that's no good. But the Russian players are taking a very historical approach and literally going to sit on their hind legs the whole time. Or their hunches. They're not really going to advance, but why would they? They have the purely defensive position, and these two guys start out with a ton of artillery, which is not a shock. And I wouldn't blame them, but we've got to push up on them pretty hard. As you can see, this guy completely gives up Utiza, and he's going to come straight in on us. I love the uniforms for the Russians during this period as well. The 14th Jaegers. Tula. Their Jaegers for the Russians are so cool looking. Bunch of Jaegers actually. Holy crap. That's pretty much all this dude has. Wow. And the line with their white uniforms are pretty sweet. So boom. It looks like Congie has walked into a hornet's nest and discovered the whole core. Possibly under Tolstoy. He has managed to route some looks like some Coney Jaeger, or these they're Hussars basically. But he has lost a Chevalier And he's probably about to lose these Chasseurs à Cheval, says Württembergers, which were famously some rowdy boys. Historically, I think the Württembergers were kind of pretty rowdy. Not always the most nice guys. But you see, this artillery position is going to chew through, and they're probably 12-pounders too, something ridiculous. But they're going to chew through Ares' left flank here, and this is where his Fusiliers of the Guard are, which is not good. These are his best troops, and they're going to get pummeled. But he has devised a plan to break through. He's got his 4 3-pounders, which honestly will do a lot of damage. If he can keep them alive. There is a lot of cav in the back here, and some more artillery. We got some 6-pounders here, and some more 6-pounders rolling up. So, you know, we've already got like artillery here, artillery here, artillery here, artillery here. So there's already 4 artillery pieces in the fight. Dude, man, pulling right range. There we go. Nice hit, belly. I'm moving some Streltsy in through. Ney under Congie has some Chevaliers going for the artillery, and are they going to make it? Yeah, kind of, but not really. They will lose their guns and not be able to move anymore. They're going to take some hit. But as you see, Congie's units right now are not prepared for a line fight. The 36 Jaeger is in the house holding it, and his units are not ready for the bayonet charge, and the Russians are going to come in. This is not looking good for Congie. His units are a little separated, it looks like. They're not really, he does not have a formal battle line. So he is being, and he's already sent a line. The Indefallible have already gone in and looks like come out of the house. Holy crap. But, you know, during the Battle of Borodino, during the opening hours, the main unit that was in Borodino was a Jaeger, so it's pretty cool that there is a Jaeger in the house. That's pretty cool. So that's 2-1-2. This unit is about to break, so that's 3. This plane is possibly going to break. I don't really know. He needs to get Ney up here and kind of help out. His Oldenburg line infantry does break. Those guys look dope, and they're white. Some of that German infantry. So, okay, Congie has kind of formed up a little bit. He probably should try and, well, these guys can form square. But with these Grenadiers of the line right here, he could literally make them form square and charge in. But the house is still held. Jeez. And his Oldenburg guys are sent away. But these guys are going to start blasting. Oh no, what is this? What is this? Some sneaky gunny Jaeger. Some Hussars. And they're literally just going to walk up. Not even really charge. Literally walk up and saber his guys. All these guys are dead. Like all of them. I guess they came straight up through here. I didn't even see them with my calf. That is a failure on my part. But dang. How did that not? I guess my attention was somewhere else. But you see, this artillery is... I mean, this artillery has literally got these Guard Fusiliers down already to 55 men. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Udino is pushing up under Friday, and at this point, it is not looking good. I mean, I don't even really know what's happening over here with Ney and Congie. Obviously, it doesn't look really that good right now. His guys have gotten in the gunfight. He looks like he's shooting some of his guys in the back there, maybe. He is pouring some hot lead, but some hot lead is being poured back into him. This house being held by the Jaeger is a massive problem. Looks like we got some more Ulanen coming up, but I do have my Cav. Oh no, these 3-pounders are getting destroyed. Yeah, it probably would have been best if Congie had come here, but apparently my mic wasn't working, so they had no idea. If I hadn't, I guess because this left a huge gap, allowed some Cav to come in between us, but I do have some Ulanen that are going to get a jump on the Ulanen here. Route those guys actually, and I see my own hole, and this is 2 artillery pieces. So I got my own gap. So I'm actually going to try and take advantage of this with my own cav. They got Congies, but I have an opportunity to get them. So we're going to go for it. And both of them are actually limbered up. These are 12 pounders and some howitzers. So here we go. Boom. Got a good charge. Got those guys. Routed one. Those are the Ulana going away. Got those guys. They're going to try and get these guys here. And we got them. So that's 2 big artillery pieces off the board. I'm going to try and get my guys out as fast as possible. And possibly try and get these 12 pounders here as well. Because I have my own Ulanen and some more Streltsy coming up. They have a pretty good front here. These 12 pounders are not going to, I mean, these are all 6 pounders. Oh my gosh. 5 of them are not going to be messed with. Udino's Corps is moving forward under Friday. I do have some Streltsy on the far side. But I do not move anymore. And looks like Congie's forces are, I mean, that one Coney destroyed his his artillery, and has gotten his rear, and Lamb blasted him. Looks like Congie has gone for an artillery strike, a cav strike on this side with his garde corps. That's pretty cool. These guys look dope. Some Württembergers. And my cav is over here. But at that point, it doesn't look very well on our left flank. Tragically over here, a bayonet charge is brought upon us. Friday did not form up a line as soon as he probably could have, and some Kazaki and my guys took a rear charge from Dragoons. That's no good. Took a hit, so he is being butt munched right now. A lot of Russians and Frenchies are dead right now. Which I don't know where Friday's cav is. I was in the backpack here with some of mine. I'm getting Joseph Poniatowski up to the front to try and rally some of the boys. My infantry is coming through the woods. At this point, though, Congie is gone. Congie has no forces. He is fleeing the field right now. He's fleeing the field. But Friday does lose a large portion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units are thrown from the field, but he still has a massive line. My own line is forming up. My Poles are a small unit, but they are pretty effectively a good line unit. They've got some Jaeger back here. He has a ton of Jaeger. That's pretty cool. Jaeger are probably my favorite for the Russians. I do have my cav coming in on the right flank of this Russian corps. If we could push these guys right here and have an effective push out of the woods, we may be okay, because a lot of the Russian forces are still out. The Guard Fusiliers actually do come in and do a pounding on a lot of the Jaegers that were at this redoubt here. I have lost an entire unit. I have my Streltsy that are going to try and go in and get on these Dragoons here. My Fizzy light infantry right here, I can't even say them, Litwitsi, are going to try and form up, and we're going to start trying to bash in these line infantry here. Friday does still have a significant significant force still going, but it is not what it was or needed to be, possibly. But we are making good ground here. Aries is doing a really good push. His cav's going for the guns. Maybe we can stop them. My own cav is trying to get them into the position to actually make a decent charge. Going to have my Ulanen go in. We have a really good push going on right now. We got some reinforcements from the Russians showing up, though. My Ulanen are going to make a strike on these Jaeger. Try and rout them. Don't have a general around, which is not very good. But maybe we can pull something out of our butts right now. My Ulanen do break them. I try to get my guys out of there because Dragoons under the Russians are approaching. Dude, is that a blast? Holy crap! Get up! They took a massive blast. So I do lose 2 of my units right there, some Streltsy, both of them. But we did manage to take out those guns, which is a huge deal. If we could just get out into the open and bust through here, we'll be in really great shape. These 6-pounders, though, have been devastating. They have just wiped out. Good placement in a really good position, kind of behind the stakes. You know, we've got mines. They've kept a pretty good line, so it's very hard to get into there. But these Guard Fusiliers for Ares have really been good. That unit still has 32, and they're still at least fighting. I do a charge on this artillery piece because it was freaking killing me still, but I was able to actually route them and get them off the guns. And I actually routed those Tartar Ulani too. So that's good stuff. So that took out a pretty good artillery piece. So I'm able to actually move up my infantry. Got some cavalry is going to be in the flank too. Got some Jaeger moving in. They do form square, which sucks. But I'm going to move these guys and just kind of, since those guys are there, I'm just going to move in and try and route these guys, make a big shock and awe here. But Russian Dragoons are pushing forward. My Polish infantry is actually making some headway. I am able to pull back my Ulani back here. We are making some really good strikes. But we don't really know what the end game is going to be like. Dragoons for the Russians do charge into Ares' left flank here, or center of his left flank, of his center flank, the center left of his line there. Well, left of his whatever. You know my point. This line infantry here, but he is forced to be pushed back. We're not pushing forward enough, fast enough too. I should actually be, since Friday has all his units here, I should really be rotating a lot of these units down and trying to strike downwards. He's trying to get his Jaeger in here because they can form square. I am moving up my 6-pounder to make a devastating hit and close due to them losing a lot of their cav. My infantry is actually putting a beating on them. I turn back Mikhail Grabowski, his 8th line, and they're actually going to start shooting, and they don't hit anybody on the first volley. Still haven't hit anybody. 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 Ooh, we got some Guard Grenadiers. Look at those guys. God, they look dope. They look good. But they are facing off against 3 Polish line infantry, and even, oh my gosh, look at that. Actually ripping them apart. But we have a possible, see, Friday's units are still not in a cavalry charge. Is it cavalry or just infantry charge by some Russians is holding him back. He's got to get his units around, force them back a little bit. Man, these guys are freaking putting some hot lead into them. We do have a flanking shot with these light infantry here, and they're not. There we go. There's a hit. Boom. But right now we're Ares has been pushed back. Reinforcements are arriving for the Russians right now. This is kind of our climatic point. If we can try and break this northern side, or the, I don't know what you want to call it, southern side of the Russian line, and push up and kind of sweep them from the field this way, we'll be in really good shape. But Friday still has a lot of units in the back that need to be pushing up. I mean, these guys right here are in square. He needs to have these guys shooting. These guys are not taking any damage. We actually do rout the Grenadiers. Wow, they took a beating. All my cav is still in reserve. My artillery has pushed up into a really good spot. Look at this. You always are really good if you can really manage it. Shooting down the line with artillery instead of like straight across, perpendicular. Shooting parallel with it is a really good way to really take out some guys. But Friday's Cuirassiers are pushing through. I should have been paying more attention to this. If I had known that, I probably would have taken advantage and used my own calf to try and punch a hole while his guys were pushing through. But these guys are winded. Probably need to get them back. But we are starting to do some damage, and my 6-pounder is having a devastating effect on these Jaeger. But the longer we wait, we lose the tactical advantage of this fight right here with numbers. The cores of the other Russian players are beginning to show up onto the field. We are going to lose out because we've lost an entire core already under Congie. Why are these guys shooting? Why are they all shooting? You're not even hitting these guys. Holy crap. There's another, those are old school Grenadiers. It's pretty cool. Congie's Cav, though, is making devastating effort. Should have noticed this, really, and tried to push forward. And pushing forward my cavalry, though. I mean, not cavalry, my infantry. My artillery is still doing some damage. Probably needs to get these Cuirassiers back. They are still doing a number on whatever they have. If he had Borodino, probably these guys may have stood a way better chance. I have Poniatowski in the back, but these guys are still going at it. They're breaking. Why is there the guard grenadiers? But I mean, he's got some dragoons almost breaking. Cuirassier, no, these are other dragoons. So his Cuirassiers finally break. It's probably really bad on my part not seeing that. We took advantage. I do send in, looks like some Krakuzi. They don't have the best really charge. They're just basically Kazakhs for Poles, but they do get these guys to stop shooting for a while and allows Ares to push up. And look right here. Look at this. The triumphant Michel Ney is returning. I don't know if Michel Ney is alive or dead though, but it's dope because he is returning with what survivors he has to the front. He's got reinforcements from Congie are coming, which is kind of cool. Showing up at the end of the battle almost, because during Napoleon's retreat from Moscow, Michel Ney's corps was kind of used as the rear guard, and I don't know if it was Berezina or a battle before that, but they were cut off, like 7,000 guys cut off, and the bridge was torn down and they couldn't cross, so they had to go another way, and they just showed up, and that was the moment that Michel Ney became the bravest of the brave by Napoleon. And Napoleon had pretty much written him off as dead, and his whole corps off as dead. But they had made it, and as Michel Ney has always done, he is returning with what forces he has. But I think he's gone. The Russians do try to make a charge on Ares' guns. We do have some Russian cav in our rear, some surviving dragoons, which is a bummer because these guys need to be routed off the field. The Russians are making a big push. Friday really needs to get his guys out because our center is starting to buckle. My Poles, though, are fighting really hard, giving some devastating volleys, but themselves, these Jaeger, they're not normal Russians. Line infantry, they shoot really, really well, really good accuracy, really good reload rate. So these guys are actually going to be able to really put some hot lead into me as I do the same. But I think my guys have actually chevroned up, and they've really become some hardcore veterans. So we're actually putting a whooping on them ourselves. My artillery is pushing up. Kind of using a lot of what's left over my cav really as a screen from artillery, not to let them lose. But we do a pretty good job. We do force the Russians back. But as you can see, the tide is really turning, really against us. Russian reinforcements are arriving, and we are really outnumbered. Even though it kind of looks like we do have an advantage with Borodino, but a grenadier charge is coming in, and Friday does not notice it, and is really coming into his flank right here. These guys are just literally, they're walking up to next to each other. Holy crap. and they're just going to wreak havoc on both these units here. Not a good sign for us. Looks like some Hussars do go for the guns, and they do get areas as guns. So my 6-pounders are the only thing still on the field. I do realize I don't really have a good shot downward into his area, down into this slope. So I'm going to move them up just a little bit with my line. As you can see, the Grenadiers are getting down and dirty, getting messy. He really needs to get Friday really needs to get Udino to this side to try and hold it down as we've got some more Russian infantry. And see, we're just being flanked, and then see, look up this road, still a lot of guys. But we have Congie's back. He's coming back. But our forces are pretty much in tatters. Poles have suffered some pretty horrendous losses in some of the units. But they've performed pretty well, honestly. I was really happy with the way my infantry performed in this fight. But as you can see, bayonet charge, what's left of some of Russians' cav is coming back and just routing off. And my Ulanen were already depleted, and they really still didn't stand a chance at stopping any cav that was coming through. So they've got some more Jaeger and not Jaeger. What it says, Yagari. What are these guys? Hussar still, and Simulani. So right now, they've pulled back. They've really consolidated pretty well. A lot of the units that were taking a beating are pulling back, but my artillery is in position. And this artillery with the green unis of the Poles, they're wreaking havoc. This artillery unit did really well. Congie's forces are forming up on Ares' left, and I mean, Friday's got some really big units still. He's still got some. This is 235 men. These two units are, but his right is collapsing. Russian cav is getting behind us. I don't have a lot left. Solkowski is down to 10 guys with his Hussars, and all I've got is some Kukuzi and some Ilani. But I really don't have a lot left, and we're fairly outnumbered. We're gonna have to push back. Friday's starting to push back. I do see these guys sit still, so I'm gonna try and take advantage, get these guys with their pants down, see if I can't take some hits. They get a little charge in the end. I do redline them though, and Jan with his Kukuzi are gonna go in and try and get those guys. Man, how do those guys redline and then they're like, oh, we're good. Nah, dude, that's bull. That's bull. There we go. So we do route both those two cavalry units in our rear. But that's pretty much the only cav I have left, along with Solkowski's Hussars. So we're not looking good. That's a 98-man unit right there routing. My artillery is still having some devastating effect. Ares does have his cav that is going to come in and try and run blocker for me here. Try and keep any of these Hussars under the Russians away, while my own return putting some devastating hits in there still, as we are having some really good flagrant musket fire. But it looks like Congie's forces are getting surrounded. These guys, oh, man, dang it, I didn't know that. Easy to get these guys around, get those guns, start taking some effect. The Hussars for the Russians were able to get to Friday's artillery, so these guys are stuck in place. They're still 14 out of 24, so they're above 50%, so they can still actually fight. I don't know how in the heck my guns have been able to stay. I guess the sacrifice of Westphalians and French and Polish lives, but they've been able to stay with their guns, and they're still in action, so they can be moved around the map. But man, it is not looking good. Our right is very untenable. It's just not looking good. The Russians are just closing in. Friday can't form his lines fast enough. He's making his lines too long. He needs to pull them just straight back instead of try to form up like this. We are not looking very good. Looks like some Russian cav still alive. They had so much cav. I mean, we had a lot of cav too. I was in Poland. We did have 2 Kurosaur units. Probably didn't use them the most wisely. But this is all she wrote for us pretty much. The left is collapsing. What's left of the Russian cav is making some devastating charges with the dragoons into some grenadiers of the guard. Oh, these guys look dope. I didn't see these guys earlier. They're dope in their white uniforms and their podlins or whatever they're whatever you carry on your shoulders. Making some devastating hits. Trying to hit these guys, looks like. The Poles are backing up. And so is Friday. But very smartly, this Russian player is using the road right here. So he is actually going to be able to get around Friday and get behind us a lot quicker than Friday just backing up through the woods. So, but it looks like Ares' forces have been finished off. Mass routes. He's trying to get some infantry back. Artillery right here. I'm going to try and get it out of here. Friday's artillery here is about to try and, I guess, run for the hills. Okay. Still have the 8th Ulanen, but at this point, it really doesn't matter. We were just outplayed and outnumbered. Couldn't take the pressure. But it was a good game, real fun. At that point where I said it was a climatic, it really was kind of like the point. Like if we could really push out before any Russian reinforcements arrived, we may have stood a chance if we could have routed some of those units. Kurosaurs, I didn't really watch. Losing a lot of units, losing these guys over here without taking a shot at the Grenadiers before they got there, that kind of hurt us. And losing a lot of guys in the woods here. To some cav and then a massive bayonet charge was not good either. But I do get my artillery. We are being swarmed. We're going to fast forward anyway, because this fight's pretty much on the verge. This is us, I guess, just trying to make it last a little longer, I guess. We'll go down this speed here. But it was a good game playing. I haven't really played a lot of Napoleon lately. I've been playing the ACW mod. I haven't had really time to even do a cast or a replay of a game either. But figured while I had the time, I can get back on and try and get me a replay done. So we can get it uploaded sometime soon. Poles make a staring rear guard action for the rest of the forces to get back. I need to get my artillery out of here, dude. Some militia do charge into me. I do run my artillery out of there. And my Ilana do make a daring charge into these Jaeger. Which, did they form square? No, they just really didn't do really well. So let's keep going fast forward. Great game. Good fun game. It's kind of like the last time we all 4 got together and played. A real big game. Rear guard action has been destroyed. Form up with my other infantry. As they get charged, they're going to put in some hot lead. These light infantry are going to fix bayonets, which are already fixed, and try and finish any resolve. Still. Portuguese Grenadiers holding to the last. Who would have thunk it? That one of the last units on the field would have been Ney's Portuguese Grenadiers. Bayonet charge all around. Friday is being surrounded. His units are being cut to ribbons. Jaegers are going in for the charge. Vasily, I ain't even going to say that last name. But my artillery has pulled back to get some last hits. Joseph Poniatowski, still alive, going. Got Junot. Some Grenadiers are in the back. Friday's forces have been surrounded. And here we go. Let's see if we can't get this volley from the 20th Jaeger. What a good, solid volley. They look good, too. Look at their red pinstripe. That's dope, dude. That's dope. Let's see. Anybody else? Oh, we got some Swiss, looks like. But they're routing straight towards the enemy. Do all the Jaeger have a red pinstripe? Let's see. Where's some other Jaeger? Yeah, they all got it. I guess I just haven't noticed it. That looks good, man. That looks good. And the last 2 units on the field for us. Anything over there? No. It's my artillery and Joseph Poniatowski. As I defiantly hold out. I should be shooting canister. You should be shooting canister shot at this range, but canister shot takes forever to reload. It's kind of annoying. Oh, dang. Some good volleys from those grenadiers. Joseph Poniatowski goes in on Tolstoy, who doesn't get the kill. This kind of sucks, but that's okay. Oh, that's canister. But he does get Tormazov in the back of my artillery, and I do charge his grenadiers. And they don't form square, but yeah, the sad life of Poniatowski is taken. They look good, though. This is ours. Look good. They look good. But he did not die. I think he actually lived. Did he live? Was he showing up over here? The only one that's Udino is the only general that died this game. But there she is, guys and folks. A fateful battle of Borodino. You see here, Drewsko with 1400. He was Tormazov or Tolstoy. We got a T. And Mattbob was Tolstoy or Tormazov. Milk and Butter was, I don't remember that guy's name. And this was Alexander. So, you know, Milk and Butter only got 553 kills. Mattbob got 2100. Drewsko and Travis about, even for 1500 kills. Aries came with 916. Friday came with 970. He deployed 3100 guys. He had the most guys on the battlefield. Congie deployed about 2000. Got about 682. I got about 1200. Deployed about 1300. Let's see. Artillery did really well. Got 2 chevrons with him. It's 82 kills. Cav didn't do anything spectacular. Solkowski actually did really great. Those light infantry are always good. 99 kills. Those guys did really well too. Ragakuzi did well. And dang, those units actually did work. 153, 154 for Polish infantry is pretty good. But my Cav didn't really do the greatest. I mean, they did work, kind of. That unit probably was not used correctly. Did okay, though. Alright. Good game. Thanks for watching. Try and figure out some other ways to get some more videos out, maybe, if anybody likes these. If you like this video, let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want to. Kind of feels weird saying that, but you do you, boo. All right, thanks guys. See you later next time.